Hello, friends. This next podcast is going to be about NXIVM, NXIVM, this sex cult that has been brought into the mainstream media probably about by the end of March. So, it's on every major news channel, all MSM. You can look into E television, you can look into magazines, newspapers. This is widespread. Why is this widespread? Why isn't the 800,000 children that go missing every year in the United States? It's unbelievable. It might be in the world that 800,000, but I could be wrong. But I do know it's 800,000. So, why is this in the news but not 800,000 missing children? Because they don't want to at the moment expose the whole pedophile ring within our governments, correct? So I just wanted to show you guys, if you're not familiar with this and you've seen this and you're not sure what's going on, I think this is like a precursor to the whole pedophilia of our elites, right? So I'll just, we'll touch on some stuff about this because this is extremely interesting. And if you're new to this channel, if you could click that blue bell to get notifications, especially if you're a subscriber, so that you get notifications when I post, because I have been shadow banned. I also have 2 strikes on my account, so those get lifted May 22nd. So then I can live stream and we can converse much quicker. And I think the shadow banning could go away at that point. Fingers crossed, right? So let's hop into this, right? This is true reporting. So NXIVM, what in the hell is NXIVM, you ask? So it is a multi-level marketing organization that offers personal and professional development seminars. Their official website describes them as a company whose mission is to raise human awareness, foster an ethical humanitarian civilization, and celebrate what it means to be a human. The perfect cover-up for a sex cult, right? Just like our government. These people that come out, these politicians, they're so perfect, they're so down to earth, blah, blah, blah. I don't trust none of them, right? That's why I trust Trump, because he's not a politician, he's not a phony. You see what you get, right? So this is what it is. It's basically a organization that gives seminars to help people, right? So if we look further into this, this is in recent news. So we'll go into it. These are a couple memes, or a couple articles, a couple anons talking about this stuff. And these are the people who are related to this. Okay, so it says Alex Soros. George Soros is probably grandson. Great to meet with New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, who recognized that @real Donald Trump was a fraud way before many and has courageously taken him on. Yeah, sure. So Eric Schneiderman. Who is this guy? Who is Eric Schneiderman? Let's look into this guy. Eric Schneiderman. Eric Schneiderman falls Trump alley, blah, 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 blah. Eric Schneiderman is an American lawyer, politician who served as the 65th Attorney General of New York from 2011 to his resignation in 2018. So, wonder why he resigned, because he's part of a sex cult, right? So, yeah. And he's hanging out with George Soros' son. So we'll look into it. We'll look into this. We'll look at some Trump tweets about it. It says Weiner is gone. Spitzer is gone. Next will be lightweight AG, Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. Is he a crook? Wait and see. Worse than Spitzer or Weiner. This is from 2015. Okay, so we'll keep going. Via media and Evan McMurray. Trump calls AG Schneiderman a cokehead. Schneiderman is, by his own admission, that was from 2014, lightweight AG Eric Schneiderman meets with President Obama, who he told me sucks as a president. He quickly files a suit against me. A.G. Schneiderman should remove his eyeliner as pointed out by Cuomo when he does his commercials. God, I love this president. There has been a systematic targeting of the Tea Party by the Obama administration. Now Schneiderman goes after me. No coincidence. Wow. New York Observer story about A.G. Schneiderman really exposes him as a sleazebag and crook. He's bad for New York. And then we see a picture of, it looks like Clockwork Orange, I think. And earlier he talked about something about his eyeliner, right? Yeah, so we'll go down here. Governor Cuomo, Moreland Communications should be looking at A.G. Schneiderman shaking down those under investigation and litigation for campaign money. Excuse me. So Schneiderman, 4 women accuse New Yorker's Attorney General of physical abuse. Pretty intense. Eric Schneider, without the reporting of the New York Times and New Yorker and the brave women and men who spoke up about the sexual harassment they endured at the hands of powerful men, there would not be critical national reckoning underway, a well-deserved honor. Yeah, you hypocrite, because that's what you did. You abused women, right? So Glamour, 10 political powerhouses on why Betsy DeVos' sexual assault policies could be devastating. Just going after them, man. These people are going to be exposed, right? They're going to be exposed. More from this scumbag. The legacies of slavery remain embedded in our criminal justice system and our society. We continue the fight for freedom. Oh my God. When Schneiderman was violent, this is, he often made sexual demands. She recalls sometimes he'd tell me to call him master and he'd slap me until I did. Selveratanam, who was born in Sri Lanka, has dark skin, and she recalls that he started calling me his brown slave and demanding that I repeat that I was his property. Good Lord. This guy's a psychopath. No? Alright, so let's look here. It says, Attorney General suspends probe of NXIVM nonprofit. State investigations put on hold as federal criminal case intensifies. April 9th. Like I said, this has been in the news since late March. So we'll look here. It says, as we all know, the first in command, Pope, tells the second in command what to do. The golden rule, he who has the gold makes the rules. So charged with over 100 counts of pedophilia and child trafficking, the Vatican's second in command faces 2 separate trials on over 50 counts of pedophilia. One trial for crimes in the 70s, another trial for crimes in the 90s. Cardinal George Pell, the Pope's right-hand man, charged with over 100 counts of pedophilia and child trafficking. The Vatican's second in command faces 2 separate trials, one for crimes in the 70s, another trial for in the 90s. What a scumbag too. So let me see. This may not have anything to do with it, but I just wanted to push forward. I guess, yeah. Okay, so we'll look into this. These people right here, the family, friends of Sarah. These are people I believe that were part of this cult, completely programmed by the leader. That was really blurry, so we'll continue on. I believe this is a guy that was in it also, being given the Medal of Honor by Bill Clinton. We can zoom in on him, see, with his hands on his chest like a freak. So yeah, this is, let's check this. Anti-American Libyan Basit Igtet, with his wealthy Jewish wife and sex cult member Sarah Bronfman, both are said to be under the mind control of Keith Raniere. Keith Raniere is the leader of this cult. Very strange. So this is that guy earlier I was showing you with Bill Clinton. And it says, oh, this must be... Let's check. Hacked by officials with NXIVM, which has been described by one expert as an extreme cult. Claire W. Bronfman with Edgar M. Bronfman Sr. So officials with the NXIVM Corporation, world leaders, and Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, according to court records. So they hacked the official hacked by officials with NXIVM, which has been described by one as an extreme cult. Oh, look who has a tie to it, Hillary Clinton. Oh my God. Does it ever end for this woman? Let's see. Top officials in NXIVM paid in a Canadian investigative firm to shift the financial records of the six federal judges and U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer, Democrat, New York, obtain official information on Edgar Bronfman, Jewish World Congress, which Bronfman headed from 1981 to 2007. Last month, okay, so Keefe in emails attributed to her claim top officials NXIVM paid Canadian investigative firm to shift through the financial records of 6 federal judges and U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer. So, you know, they're getting, is Chuck Schumer in on this too? He's being investigated, right? It says it's very likely that Clinton and Edgar Bronfman communicated through email late 1990s when Bill Clinton was president. Hillary Clinton supported Bronfman to get Swiss banks to pay billions of dollars in restitutions to relatives of the Holocaust victims. Bronfman, who was 84 when he died, was a financial supporter of Hillary Clinton's candidacies. Clinton sat next to Bronfman at his 75th birthday, celebrating at Seagram's company headquarters in New York. In 1999, President Bill Clinton awarded Bronfman the U.S. Medal of Freedom. But yeah, also Medal of Freedom. Didn't Bill Cosby get that? According to Keefe, plan to lure the women in Mexico in 2012 was discussed by Rainier, who's the head leader of this cult. Amelia Salinas, a NXIVM leader and a venture capitalist who is the son of former Mexican President Carlos Salinas. NXIVM has a strong presence in Central America. 1/3 of the corporation is in Mexico. A journalist who sent a series of emails to Foley trying to convince her to come to Mexico for an interview regarding a story on NXIVM. Alleged plot to lure the women, all adversaries of NXIVM, to Mexico. Emiliano went so far as to have a Mexican journalist contact Foley, etc., SIC to invite them to the so-called anti-cult conference. Keith intended these women serious emotional and physical harm. There's no way these things will stay secret. Whoa. Pretty crazy, huh? So this is the guy, this is this Keith Rainier guy. I'm pretty sure he's in prison now, maybe? So it says, Keith Rainier, the leader of NXIVM cult, has some of his female followers branded like cattle with his initials. Oh my God. Has reportedly fled to Mexico, where, like we said, in Central America, all this kind of things, that there's a huge funneling of women into this thing, I suppose. He's moved to Monterrey and is living there with the help of wealthy Mexican followers, including Emiliano Salinas, son of the Mexican former president Carlos Salinas de Gortari. Right, so just the Mexican president, right? Just the Mexican president. What kind of world are we living in? So it says, surprise, surprise, Eric Schneiderman, which is the Attorney General of New, right? Yeah, during Trump, right? I believe Eric Schneiderman was investigated NXIVM in 2017. The New York Attorney General, Eric Schneiderman's office, has begun examining NXIVM's dealings, according to 2 people with knowledge of the matter. The new interest comes after multiple law enforcement agencies, including Schneiderman's office, had 4 years brushed aside the concerns from Rainier's critics and others about the murky inner workings of NXIVM, which one expert has characterized an extreme cult. A spokesman for Schneiderman did not respond to questions about the investigation. I thought this was funny. This has nothing to do with it, but this dude's a bum, right? And I like this. How to screw, New York Times bestseller, How to Screw Thousands of Q Patriots and Make Millions Out of It. Jerome R. Corsi, PhD, #1 time best-selling crook. Nice necklace, by the way, you dunce. Look at this necklace. Ugh. Such a dunce. So we'll go here, and it says NXIVM executive executive success programs. Albany doctor allegedly ran sick human experiments for NXIVM. So it says a doctor described as the resident physician to the twisted up state sex cult NXIVM has been charged by a state oversight board with illegally conducting human experiments. The action comes 8 months after the state health department refused to act on a complaint from a former cult member who alleged that Dr. Brandon Porter, 44, forced her to watch disturbing rape and dismemberment videos for a fright study he was conducting. Okay, so we're talking about rape and dismemberment of people. I mean, this could extremely, or for sure, slip into pedophilia. All this stuff is intertwined. No, I mean, I believe it is. So it says Jennifer Colblet, the former member of the notorious cult whose leaders are accused of brainwashing MK Ultra, and blackmailing women into becoming sex slaves, just like our politicians who are blackmailed into being pedophiles, right? Said in her August 2017 complaint that Porter may have performed his fright study on as many as 100 people. Good Lord. He continued to film my reaction for at least 10 minutes as I just sat there, dry heaving like I was going to puke, and cried very hard. Cobelt, a Canadian actress, said in the complaint to the health department, adding that Porter began showing her violent images without warning. He failed me, not only as a friend, but as a medical practitioner. I had trusted on numerous occasions with my health while I was in New York, Cobelt said in the complaint. In September 6, 2017, letter, the State Office of Professional Medical Conduct told Cobelt it would not investigate Porter, adding that the issues you have described are not medical misconduct. Oh, just showing people getting dismembered and rape? I mean, that's what I'm saying. They protect their own. They protect their own. So it says he is also charged with violating state law for improperly conducting studies on the obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, Tourette syndrome, and one monitoring the brainwaves of those who attended NXIVM programs. The state also, the state also slapped him for not reporting to health officials that many of the attendees, including children at a 2016 NXIVM event, became ill with an infectious illness that produced flu-like symptoms, vomiting, and diarrhea. A hearing on the charges is scheduled for June 27th. If the charges are substantiated, Porter could have his medical license revoked or suspended. No, he should be thrown in a ditch and buried alive. That's what should happen to him, not his medical license revoked. Are you kidding me? I guarantee you when time kind of creeps on, I guarantee you pedophilia will come out in this. I guarantee it. So look into this. Rose McGowan shares her take on NXIVM cult. I don't know who this woman is. She's obviously part of Hollywood. She says Rose McGowan didn't hold back on sharing her take on NXIVM, a purported self-help organization that's been making headlines for a recent sex trafficking scandal. So there's sex trafficking too. The Citizen Rose star weighed in on the topic during an interview with The Hollywood Reporter published Wednesday. McGowan was born in Italy, where her parents were members of the cult Children of God. In fact, the Charmed star told THR her father Daniel became a leader of their local chapter. So, according to publications, McGowan and her family fled the organization upon learning that Children of God was advocating sex with children as a way to achieve spiritual enlightenment. Don't you see how all this is just twisted? It's all the same thing. Why are they messing with pedophilia? Because they get something from it. It isn't just a sick formality that these people aren't just twisted. These people are getting something from it. These people are either possessed or there's something going on that we don't know about. Okay? They're getting powers. They're getting something from this. Okay? It's crazy. So it says they moved to Portland, Oregon before she was a teenager. By the time McGowan reached her early 20s, she was working with Harvey Weinstein, who she would later accuse of rape. Weinstein unequivocally denied in allegations of non-consensual sex. This is all these people are in on it. Okay, so there has been stuff out there that we can look it up right now that I believe Stormy Daniels NX. Yes, Stormy Daniel reveals sketch. Stormy Daniels attorney. So if we look here, this just came out today. Social media accuses, this is InfoWars, but I've also seen it on mainstream. Social media accuses Stormy Daniels of sporting NXIVM sex cult scar. So if we look here, please pull up. It's not going to pull up. Maybe I can zoom in on that. Yeah, so right here, if you can see, this is his initials of the sex cult in this picture right there. Is she part of it? I mean, I don't know. I would need to see a closer picture. Oh, okay, here it is. So I mean, that why wouldn't they zoom in for? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. So you tell me what that is. Is she a part of it? We don't know. According to many, the scars reminiscent of the branding scars administered to female NXIVM members to become part of the founder of Keith Rainier's harem of sex slaves due to the similar shape of the scar bearing Rainier's initials, as well as the fact that it's located on the lower inside hip where the victims were branded. For sure. Ugh, gross. These people's is I don't know if these are recent, but you know, I mean, who knows? But you know, pretty strange, right? Pretty crazy stuff going on. I mean, this is going to lead, I guarantee you, it's going to lead to pedophilia, and it's all going to come out, right? This is just more and more. We're seeing more. Is it because it's an awakening? Of course it is. We're seeing sex cults being exposed, Hollywood being exposed. We're seeing pictures of or video of Joe Biden and Barack Obama and these people feeling up on little kids. We're looking at spirit cooking with Marina Abramovic. All this stuff is tied together, right? So anyways, this is a short and quick one. I wanted to catch you up to speed with this whole sex cult. It's pretty shocking, pretty out in the open. You know, it's mainstream news right now. Could it be the precursor to Pizzagate? You know, let's hope for it, right? If you found this informative, please subscribe. And if you would like to give me a thumbs up and like this video, I would sincerely appreciate it. I'm going to post probably a couple more videos. I'm on a roll, right? I'm going to just spread these out throughout the week. So anyways, guys, I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a great night. See ya. Bye.